Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim Spencer from the Rural Survival Show, along with Rick Schmidt. Today is Tuesday, the 26th day of July, in the year of our Lord, 2022. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Okay, folks, I'm not going to apologize for not having a show this weekend like we normally do. Folks, life gets in the way. I'm sorry it happened, but I see no reason to apologize. Anyway, Rick and I have a lot of things to discuss today. We'd love for you to listen in, and hopefully maybe we can all learn something. Well, good morning, Rick.
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
Fine. So, we have a number of continuing sagas. Of course, Russia is irritated with their neighbor Germany for siding with us on the Ukraine situation and has left the natural gas off.
Right.
So they're not getting any natural gas. I've heard any number of scenarios regarding this, but basically they're suggesting that what is going to occur here is that in some way, shape, or form, this is going to exacerbate the problem with the euro and is going to speed up the collapse of the euro. So there's that. I'm not going to get into any details because they vary wildly. I mean, everybody has an opinion, and but as far as I can tell, the one thing that you can count on is it's making things worse in Europe.
Yes.
They're knocking another leg out of the table. So, we'll see. Here's this is another interesting thing. We find that we are being handed one piece of horrible economic news after another.
Yes.
Whether it's the PPI or the CPI, these indexes about consumers and producers price index is cratering.
Yes.
Walmart has warned that the consumer is not just weak, but very weak.
Right.
This morning they were set to open like 12% lower, just because they told the truth. And here we go. So if Walmart is regarded as a bellwether
Right.
to the stock market, a bellwether, whatever in the world that means. It means that I guess so goes Walmart, so goes the world. It used to be, I think,
Right.
General Motors. They used to say, so goes General Motors, so goes the U.S. But and we'll see where this goes. You would think that this sort of thing would bleed across into the stock market, but what actually is happening is that the stock market blows off this horrible news like every single day.
Right.
And how can they blow off the news? Well, it's simple. It's simple. The Federal Reserve, even though they claim they're reducing their balance sheet, has not done that.
That's
They
correct.
have no intention of doing. They can't do that. And we've been over this road before. I'm just telling you that as the data continues to come in, they are still propping up the stock market because under no circumstances can they allow that to fall, because if that falls, everyone will know that it's all been a joke.
Right.
And so they're not going to let that happen if they can help. Well, they're going to keep this Ponzi scheme going until they just can't do it for another single hour, and that's
Right.
how this is going to work. So if you insist on investing in the stock market, or you've got a 401k, or you've got a pension fund that's based out of stock market, you're probably going to get your butt handed to you sooner than later. Most geniuses. Um, what is the word they use? Uh, a leading analyst. I
Yeah.
just
Oh, I just love
I have
that one. Who?
I have to. I mean, that is like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
In the first place, if there was a leading analyst, they're probably been bought off by the
Right.
U.S. government. They're being paid. They're being paid to lie to you. CNBS, Fox Business, all these people. Nobody's telling you the truth. You
No.
got to look at it. Look at it for yourself and decide, what you think is good. Which I think, and let's speed right along here, would lead me to my next story. We're going to do a little gardening here in a minute, but before we do
Okay.
that, I want to tell you what I think is an amazing story. Um, Bill Holter, uh, big internet guy, big guy into precious metals. It's kind of what he's doing, and Andy Schechtman, another dealer. Andy Schechtman got a call from Bill Holter saying, Andy, we're going to get a $50 million order. And Andy said, well, I didn't doubt Bill's sincerity, but I doubted the deal because I've seen 1,000 of these things. Rumors, they come and they never occur.
Right.
So he said, the lady, she is going to wire 50 million to you on Monday. Well, Monday comes and Monday goes. Okay. So it then comes to light that what happened was the woman went to her bank trying to wire Schechtman $50 million to buy precious metals. And the bank harassed her, got her in a room and harassed her for 3 hours, trying to put a stop to that. Okay. So what happens next is the woman, now obviously, I mean, look, you're talking about a woman of means. You
Right.
don't just wire 50 million if you're broke. So now she's hot. Now she's threatening lawsuits and to bring in banking regulators, to fix this. Okay. So the bank softens their position and starts damage control and says they call Andy Schechtman. The bank calls Andy Schechtman, which is ridiculous. That is ridiculous on its face. What she does with her money is none of their damn business. But they call Andy Schechtman and said, are you actually capable of filling an order like this? And he said, yeah. So then they tell her she's got to come back the next day because they can't transfer that kind of money without the bank manager. The bank manager comes in the next day and she's back again. And he says, no, in order to do this, you got to go to the main branch, which is in another state 3 hours away. Okay.
Oh, boy.
So you see, the game continues.
I would be
So
changing
now
banks quickly.
Yeah, she drives to another state 3 hours away to the main branch. And finally, and this is, if that's not the funny part, the next part is, wires Andy Schechtman 50 million
Right.
to buy silver, precious metals. Well, here's the deal, and this is bizarre. Andy Schechtman only can lay his hands on 930,000 silver eagles. Now, that's a lot of silver.
Yeah.
But they haven't been selling because the premium is out of control.
Right.
The premium is so high because the silver supply is relatively tight. So Andy Schechtman calls around. Well, he calls around. I think here's the deal. He did not have 930,000. He could lay his hands on 930,000 silver eagles after he called all of his dealer friends.
Yeah.
Now here's the story. He not only bought everything they had, bought it dry to the walls, he had to buy their August allocation as well. So
Wow. I bet the premium on
even
that was a bitch.
oh, she should have done this month. I don't know. There is what I would consider to be lesson number one. If you've got this kind of money, how can you be so damn stupid as to wait till now to buy metal? What is the matter with you? How do you get that kind of money if you're that stupid? Anyway,
Yeah.
to continue. So now he's bought everything out of July and everything that his friends are going to have next month too. So they're going to have nothing for, the average blue collar dude that walks through and says, I need 10 coins. They won't be there because
Right.
she done bought it all. But here's the deal. That's only half of the money. That's only about $25 million. So she spent the rest of it on junk silver and gold. So they were able to come up with $50 million in precious metals by pulling every rabbit out of the hat they could. And still, she's got to wait till August to get the order filled. Now, that's not the last chapter. The last chapter is this woman says, I'm inheriting, well, maybe this is why she had to wait. I'm inheriting something, a big estate.
Right.
It's apparently a whale of an estate. And she said within the next 6 months, so by Christmas, she said she's going to place another order, but this time for between 300 million and $1 billion. Well,
wow.
That's okay. So that's between 6 and 20 times greater, between 6 and 20 times greater than the order she just placed.
Right.
Well, between now and Christmas, the precious metal supply is only going to get tighter and tighter.
Yes.
Because this gal's not the only one who's waking up. I mean, I guess she would have done it sooner had her sugar daddy died sooner. But them's the breaks. She didn't earn the money anyway, so I guess she's just glad to have the metal.
I wonder if she's going to take physical delivery of this stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure it's on its way to a vault. Yeah. No, this isn't paper. This is
No, I didn't.
She wants the hard goods.
I was just imagining myself being able to buy that much and wondering where I'm going to back up the semi to unload it.
Well, okay. So
what a terrible problem.
All right. Yeah, let's do it this way. So 930 ounces, 930,000 ounces. Hold on. What is 930,000 times 2?
It's 1,860,000.
You're talking about 2 million pounds of metal.
Yes.
What is that? 10 tons? Yeah, I don't know.
I would hate to have that problem, Rick. It would just break my heart to have that problem of where am I to put it.
It's 1,000.
It's 1,000 tons.
Yeah.
1,000 tons. Oh my God. Yeah, there's going to be a storage vault somewhere. It better have a concrete floor under it. So anyway, that's the deal. So, the question becomes, what bullet is this woman dodging? What is she doing? She could have put it all in the stock market, but she didn't.
Right.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to put into metal. Even I don't care how much you've got. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. So by the end of the year, if let's say she doesn't spend $1 billion, let's say she only spends another $500 million. you're still talking about, so 500 million, so 50,000 to seven times 1,000. That's 7,000 tons of metal.
Yeah.
That's 7,000 tons of precious. I hope I'm doing that math. I hope I'm not doing Alabama math here, or should I say Missouri meth lab math? But that is insane. And so not to belabor the point, but if in order to fill her order, she had to buy everybody's July and August allocation, and that's only 50 million. What would an order for 500 million look like? She's going to buy everything till summer next year.
Well, yeah, no, what they're going to,
yeah,
there's only two options. One is to buy from Europe or Central Asia, or switch over to things like rhodium, platinum, palladium, and stuff like that. That's the only two
Well,
choices. I think. Go ahead.
Well, it's interesting you should bring that up, because I saw a fascinating deal on uranium, and the Economic Ninja is going to, I think, a uranium forum. This is interesting, an interesting fact. One uranium pellet, another commodity, not terrible, unlike silver, but it's sure as hell not what you're going to keep under your bed.
No, not in my house. Thank you.
No, is 1 inch long and a half inch in diameter. All right, probably weighs 50 pounds, but here's the deal. All of the uranium ever used to produce electricity would cover a football field. I want to say it was either 10 feet deep or 10 meters deep, but it's not a lot. It's not a big deal, but here's the deal. One uranium pellet, this is an interesting fact, and then I'll get on with some information I think you can use. One uranium pellet, 1 inch by a half inch.
Right.
Okay. You're talking about like a piece of bazooka bubble gum, only smaller.
Right.
Produces as much electric as 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas, 120 gallons of oil, or a ton of coal.
Wow.
One pellet, one little pellet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can kind of see where that's going. So, as we go into what I think is going to be a commodities super cycle, which is going to include like everything, like,
yes,
it doesn't matter. Silver, gold, copper, uranium. Here's another deal. Lithium. Lithium and silver are both major components of the new green agenda.
Yes.
Silver is in everything green. It's in solar panels and blah, blah, blah. The lithium goes in the lithium ion batteries for the storage. So once again, another interesting possibility there for some sort of an investment. Not that anybody particularly cares, but if you want to see something insanely unusual, and I can hardly get my head around this, there are people who have suddenly burst on the scene. They are not from this country. I'm talking about the YouTube scene.
Yeah.
They are from what might be, I don't know, Uzbekistan, or I believe these people are maybe Kurdish. They are on the other side of the Black Sea from Ukraine.
Right.
They have a food and gardening channel. And if you want to jot this down, you're not going to believe this. The reason I say you're not going to believe this is because the filming of this stuff and the editing is Hollywood quality. It is some real eye candy. I mean, it's right up there with the John Wick movie, but this is what it's called. Kand, Kand, second word, Hayati, Hayati. And these people make anything. Hazelnut, they harvest hazelnuts, they make spaghetti sauce, just they slaughter meat. There's nothing these people make cheese. There's nothing these people aren't up to. But once you see the quality of the video, it supersedes anything I've seen on HGTV. I don't know who in the world is filming and editing, but the background is some kind of, I don't know what mountains. It is insane. These people have a lot of land. They have a lot of crop. They have chickens, goats, anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just bizarre. You might want to take a look at it. Once you see it, it's more fun than watching people fix junky houses on HGTV. By the way, HGTV stands for Home and Garden TV.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've said this before, but there is no gardening anymore.
No, there's not.
No gardening on HG. No, it's just one idiot after another making some sort of an effort to fix up a property to sell it.
Right.
At some point, I mean, it's, at some point, and here's what I think maybe. Your IQ is directly linked to the number of times you have to watch that without getting bored. If you're still watching that after 20 or 30, I don't know what to tell you. You need to learn to knit. So here's
I agree.
the deal. I have been talking at length about the Ruth-Stott method of growing potatoes. Now,
Right.
I know I've seen videos where people have had success. I have not. I tried this on what I would consider to be about a 50 by 50 foot plot. Put them on the ground, cut side down, covered with a foot of straw, and all I got was many little potatoes. One of the problems, as I was discussing with Mr. Spencer here before the show, one of the problems is that you have pest pressure. All right. So what I've got is pest pressure. Raccoons and possums come around, dig around in the straw, and uncover the potatoes. And that's not optimal. So what I will do is take the potatoes that I have and replant them, but this time under mounds, under rows, raised rows, like is traditionally done, and see if I can get a fall crop of potatoes out of what I've already grown. Let's see how that works. I've ordered more packages of the Invincible tomatoes from Hoss Tools and the Hosinator 2255s. I will try to get Tim a picture of one of these 2255 plants, and maybe the
I can put it in the
Invincible, which
video.
is a Roma. That would be cool if you can get. I would like people to take a look at these plants. I've never seen a plant do what these plants are doing.
Yeah.
We had a baby shower Sunday, and everybody was just absolutely floored by the production on these plants, as they should have been. Nobody here, and there were 30 or 40 people, nobody has ever seen a plant do what these plants are doing. However, remember this, they are hybrids, they are determinate. They will commit suicide within the next 30 days, but the production, we're weighing what comes off the first plant just to see where it's going.
Right.
And I will report that. I will gladly report that to you. And that about does it.
Okay, Rick. Well, I think this has been a really good show. If you will send me that picture sometime during daylight hours. I'll start on putting this video together tonight.
Well, I better handle that right now before I forget what I'm doing.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be
What
back.
about Michael the Archangel? What about Michael the Archangel?
Oh, yes, please, Rick. I'm sorry. I forgot, buddy.
That's okay. What's a new format? Holy Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the divine power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all of the other evil spirits who wander through the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen.
Amen, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you, sir. I will be back in
That's okay.
touch with you sometime
Thank you.
today. Probably when you get that picture taken, we'll talk, make sure I got it. I will do my best to have this
Well, I'm going to
out
do
by
it right
tomorrow
now.
morning.
Yeah,
Say again, Rick?
I'll handle it right now before I forget what I'm doing.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back just as
All
soon
right.
as we can. And I thank everybody for listening. So you guys have a great day, a great week. Rick, I thank you, and we'll be talking in a little while. All right, thank you.
All right, I'll talk. You bet.